who stepped in the room? It's your boys, man. My Speaking Podcast. Darth Vader, Darryl Santee, South Carolina Finest, Onsburg County own. We back at it again, you know what I'm saying, Charlotte, North Carolina. Hey, man, we're going to go ahead and talk about these sports, but I'm going to go ahead and throw the no-look pass to my homeboy with on the other side of the tube. Hey, man, let them know what your name and who you are. Need no introduction, but, you can go ahead and introduce yourself, man,
Man, I'm just Mike, a.k.a. Booby, man. Choke yourself.
Hey.
Whoa.
Hey, man. Y'all know we may not all be right, we may not all be wrong.
But you always going to get our mom's opinion what we speaking on.
Hey, with that being said, we had some games this past weekend, you know what I'm saying? You had the Cowboys did play last night. They beat the Raiders.
Who cares?
Yep. Our Carolina Panthers won this weekend. You had Kansas City, they lost. They're looking like, hey man, looking like the magic may be over there. They're 5-5. You looking at Jacksonville beat the brakes off the Los Angeles Uncharged. They ain't charged no more. Hey, they must have got to put the batteries up, man. They're real low right now. Hey, we got the Bears, man, for some reason. The Bears seem like they be winning games, man. They're coming back, they're winning these games, so they're 7-3. Hey, you got but I ain't gonna talk too much. You got the Patriots, they won. I'm gonna go ahead and let my homeboy go ahead and speak on a few little things. Hey man, what you think about this past weekend? What's going on with these games this past Sunday?
If I want to be honest, Cleveland Browns throwing Shedeur Sanders under the bus. I never heard of a team, and I even heard Cam Newton refer to this. I heard a couple of quarterbacks refer to this in the past 48 hours. Cam Newton even said, I'm gonna just go by what Cam said when he had Derek Anderson as his backup quarterback. Cam said even as a backup quarterback, Ron Rivera told him, "Kid, you're only one hit away for Derek Anderson taking over." So Derek Anderson at least get 8 and 12 reps with the first team in practice. Shedeur wasn't getting no reps. So you telling me that you thinking Gabriel?
Daniel
Gabriel. You thinking Daniel Gabriel gonna go through the rest of the season without getting hurt, without anything, and you weren't prepared? So that's why when Shedeur got in the game, he threw his first 2 passes and completed them. After that, he looked like, people want to revert back to the preseason game when he looked so good at the Panthers. And then we keep telling you, now I didn't even play in the NFL, but I know this. When you play in preseason, you're not game planning for this particular, this preseason. So you're going out there just pretty much winging it. He looked good in the preseason. He looked great in the preseason game against the Panthers. Then, like I say, you get in there and you playing against the ones and you ain't even practiced or prepared. Then you get thrown in the fire in the third quarter after this kid get hurt. How was he supposed to succeed? How? So now I look at it like this. I pretty much throw that game out the way because now Daniel Gabriel's not playing this week. Shedeur will start Sunday. So I mean, he's gonna get a whole week of practice with the first team. Let's see how he look this week. Let's critique him going forward this weekend, not last weekend. That's what I want to talk about.
Yeah, I've seen the same thing too. They were like, you got 2 rookie quarterbacks. Dylan Gabriel rookie. Why you ain't have Shedeur if he's your number 2? You still had, even though when Joe Flacco was the number 1, you still would let Dylan Gabriel get reps, so he was number 2. So when you done got rid of Flacco, now Dylan Gabriel number 1, you got Shedeur Sanders. Why Shedeur Sanders not getting any reps? I don't understand that. That don't make any sense.
I mean, I think, like I've been saying since day one, we all been saying is, even if you played in the pros, even if you got a podcast, even on ESPN or Fox Sports or NFL Network, anybody know anything about football, Cleveland has set this kid up to fail from day one.
Yeah.
They haven't never set a platform for him. But this is how I feel like when it's all said and done, God got a plan for this kid. If you can sit and try to do him wrong, he's gonna come out, and if he just stay humble, keep his head down. Even he had my man on ESPN talking about him, the twin with the Jets coach. I can't Rex Ryan talking junk about him and stuff.
I saw
he
that
just
too.
Got to be humble. He got to be humble. And this week, I hope and pray. And I'm not even a Cleveland Browns fan, but for the Cleveland fans, sake, not even for the coaches, for Myles Garrett, the one who give his blood, sweat, and tears, for all these people that's out there for him, I hope he go out there and ball out. Hope he have a 300-yard game, and then you got to force their hand in. What you going to do the rest of the season? Are you going to play Shedeur, or are you going to go back to Dylan Gabriel when he come back? This is what I want to see.
I was just getting ready to say, man, how you sit there and wasting all this talent that you got in Myles Garrett, he getting 4 sacks the last 4 games. Like, you just sitting there just letting this man talent go to waste. Like, you ain't even trying to win the games. Like, I don't understand, you know, what the coaching staff even thinking about. Like, even the owners, like, come on, owner, like, this. I look at it like this. The NFL is a business. The Cleveland Browns is a business. You want the best product out there for your business, right?
Supposedly, yes.
Now you got your defense. They're lights out all day, every day. Only thing you need is somebody to come in there and just manage the game. You know, that's it. But you sitting there, and you just putting this product out there, and the Cleveland Browns fans looking like, come on, man, like really, this what we doing?
To me, it looked like it's almost like how Frank Wright looked at Bryce Young his first year when we had Frank Wright. It was Bryce Young.
Yeah.
That ain't who you want to put in. And the only reason you had to put him in because you were forced because you had no other quarterback when Dylan Gabriel got hurt. So really, Stefanski is telling you in so many words, I didn't really want to put him in the game, but I have no choice.
And now,
if he go out there and ball out Sunday, I think they play the Raiders. I think coming up Sunday. I think
they play the Raiders. They play the Raiders. Yeah.
If they play the Raiders, he go out there and ball out, which it could possibly be. What? And my thing is, like you hit the nail on the coffin. You got a business, a product as a business. You know, you want your business to look good. How can you tell your fans to come out to the game when you got that kind of product on the field?
Yeah.
This is what I'm trying to figure out.
I'm trying to figure it out too. That don't make no sense.
How can your fan base be happy about something that looks like our defense only giving up maybe 17 points average, and you got this trash quarterback? So it's kind of crazy, but it's the world we live in. So everything now is not crazy no more. So hey, it is what it is.
Hey, like you said, nothing no surprise me anymore. Like how the old folks used to. It don't even surprise me. So we're gonna go and talk about our hometown Carolina Panthers, man. You know, they look real good. You know, my man, your boy Bryce Young, hey, throwing for almost 500 yards. Hey, shout out to Bryce Young, man. Kudos to him. Kudos to the wide receivers that's out there that was catching the balls. Leggett, Mr. T, I call Mr. T. You know what I'm saying? All them guys doing their part. You know, Rico Chuba out there running the ball. The defense doing what they're supposed to be doing, man. It looked like they got back on the right track after that disappointing loss, you know, to the Saints. Now we're gonna see what they do coming forward in the next game. Who they play? They play
Monday night. San Fran. Monday night. San Fran.
Ooh,
in San Fran.
Home game or in San Fran?
Our first primetime game in almost 3 years on Monday Night Football. It can come at a better time for me because for all the Bryce Young, and I made a post about this week. For all the Bryce Young haters out there, I've said this before. When he played against the Saints last week, it wasn't all on him. But I would say this. Canales got to the point where I think he was bullheaded. I'm going to just run Rico Dowdle in the ground and just throw it to Tecmo Miller. That's like playing Tecmo Bowl. You only playing 2 plays. I'm going to throw it to number 4 and I'm going to hand to number 5. That ain't how you play football. People act like Bryce cannot throw down the field. He did not. Let me just say this. He did not win the Heisman Trophy just because he just won the Heisman Trophy. He didn't do that. This kid would dissect you like a frog. If you give him time, he can dissect you. But what did he do this week compared to the whole game plan looked totally different from last week. He opened up the play. Now, let's say this. When they were down 21-10, when they came back out second half of 21-10, they were down. Did Canales say, you know what? I got to scrap the playbook and just let him air it out. Let the kid, listen, you have to, at some point in time, when your running game is not there, you got to rely on your quarterback to lead you to a victory. You can't keep dicking and dunking the ball all day long. You got to let him throw it all down the field. And then what did he do this week that he didn't do last week? Coca made big catches. Leggett made big catches. Herman made big catches. He spreaded the ball around instead of Tecmo Miller. Even Tech had 7 for 130.
Yeah.
Leggett had 4 for 83. Spread the ball around. So now you got San Fran. Now you got San Fran coming up Monday night. They're like, okay, do we need to drop an 8 man in the box to stop Rico Dowdle? Or now we need to play regular coverage to stop Bryce Young? Now you give San Fran something to think about.
And like how you said, that ain't really been on Bryce Young. The week that, like I said, that Saints game, because they were running the ball. But just like how you say, you got these wide receivers, man. Like, why you ain't using them? Like, why you ain't spreading? Because remember how people were saying again, I said, man, why he ain't spreading the field out? You know what I'm saying? Certain players, I'm like, okay, come on, Canales, man. Don't be shrinking up in the moment. Spread your offense out. They're gonna give either Rico or Chuba a lane to run because you know they ain't bring that man down. You know what I'm saying? You got wide receivers that can catch the ball. Spread them out, bro. Like, why is you doing this little compact thing? You know, everybody. You know,
I think to a certain degree, Alex said it the other day after the press conference, and I think he was reverting back to when you play the Saints, he should have went in halftime and scrapped that just like he did against Atlanta.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let Bryce throw the ball, open the game up.
Throw the ball. Mm-hmm.
That means that's telling me that he has to learn as a coach how to in-game adjust, change your game
In-game
plan,
adjustment. Yeah.
change your game plan, because when you gotta adjust your game plan, you can't go in the game and say, well, we're gonna go in the game against Saints, we're gonna just run the ball, Rico down, and that's it. No, if that team takes that away from you, you gotta be prepared to do something else. So it's kind of good now, because this is what I want to. Two things I want to see Monday night.
Go ahead.
Can San Fran? If the Panthers, me personally, if the Panthers gonna come out and be one-dimensional, or they gonna spread it and they're gonna make San Fran say, you know what, we don't know what you're gonna do. And I want to see Bryce Young on the biggest stage. Biggest stage mean Monday Night Football. Get ain't done it. Tech ain't done it. Bryce haven't done it. Dave Brown probably played maybe one game, but we have to figure out that game against Atlanta saved the season for me a little bit. But how do you come back and put? This is what the next stage for the Panthers is: stringing wins together. Let's string a couple wins together, then we can see.
Yeah, you're right about that. And like how you say, if they spread that offense out, I guess more practice. Like I said, Chuba can catch the ball at the backfield. Rico can catch the ball at the backfield. You know what I'm saying? And let them guys just do, dink and dunk. And you know what I'm saying? You ain't got to run the ball down the middle all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because you got your wide receivers, right? You got 3 out on this side or whatever. You spreading the field. They're taking the top off the field. Hell, you can throw it to Chuba, throw it to Rico. Hey, them guys going to get, get because the linebackers ain't going to keep up with them anyway. So you're going to get your yardage. Got to keep out of them long second down situations, 2nd and 10, and that type of thing. You got to gain some yardage on your first down, at least 4 to 5 yards on the first down every play that you do.
But the negative on this team, still is there's no pass rush. Atlanta sacked Bryce Young 5 times. Now Scorton trying to get there. Dave Brown is doing his best to get up the middle, but I just keep saying to myself, what if we had a Brian Burns? Brian Burns got 13 sacks right now in the NFL. He has 13 sacks right now. Even though the Giants ain't won but 2 games, he got 13 sacks. Just imagine Derrick Brown is arguably, when I'm going to say this arguably, Derrick Brown is the best defensive tackle in football. Just imagine you had somebody like Brian Burns on the other side of him, standing up beside him. You had them two on the same side coming. You know how much problem that would be if you had an outside rush that you got to be scared. Don't nobody see. My thing is, what's gonna happen against San Fran? I fear the damn defense that Evero runs is that bend don't break. You get everything up underneath. People can get 6, 7, 8 yards all day. I cannot let Brock Purdy go down the field and just dink and dunk his way all the way down the field, and we not doing anything. I cannot, and I repeat this, even though they changed it, they look better in the second half. The reason they look better in the second half of this game because Pennis got hurt and Derek Kirk Cousin came in the game. Evero defense, I'm so sorry. I'm not a fan of his play calling. You let J.C. Horn stay on one side of the field. He don't move to go with the best receiver like Drake London. Everybody know now.
I don't like his play calling either.
Yeah, everybody know now when you playing against the Panthers, if you don't want to go against Horn out here, you put your other receiver on the other side or in the slot so it's away from him. He doesn't make our best cornerback go side to side. And Eugene talked about this a few episodes back on us, that he has that they play zone coverage. And that's what the Panthers are going to do. And he doesn't make no adjustments. The only thing I see him make adjustments second half against the Falcons, he blitzed more. He was bringing more blitz. That's how they hurt Penix. Actually got to the blitz. But sitting back and just sitting in that zone. And if your front four not getting on, and what his defense is basically looking at is, if my front four can get pressure on the quarterback, I got 7 men back here to protect. But if you're not getting no pressure on that quarterback, he's gonna kill you. So
I just
want to see how they're gonna react to Brock Purdy.
I
just want to see how they're gonna react to Brock Purdy with this defense, because I just feel like in my head I'm thinking to myself, Chris McCaffrey gonna try to have the best game of his career against his team that traded him. On Monday Night Football, he's gonna try to embarrass them. So
look at it like this too, man. Like how you say, they gotta let J.C. Horn go side to side, because they're putting one hand behind our back when they're doing that. Just let them stay. Like, come on, bro, you gotta make some adjustments to the defense, bro. Like,
but he's not though. He's not.
It don't make no sense because those guys gonna get in. Because the only thing they're gonna be the zone. Only thing you gotta do is go to a spot. A receiver or a tight end. They go to a spot.
Sit down. And you got to realize, we don't have the best linebackers. We don't have the best pass rush. So guess what?
Yeah.
That eliminate. See, Evero defense is, like I say, is predicated on your front four getting to the quarterback, putting pressure on him quick, and that giving everybody time. If you're not getting pressure on the quarterback, they can sit back there and kill you. And you think about the team that's coming up. The Panthers' next 4 games going to be critical. They got San Fran Monday night. They got the Rams come home next week. The Rams come back to us the following week. Then we have a bye. Then we go to New Orleans to play the Saints. Then we play Tampa Bay. Then we got Seattle, and we end the season with Tampa Bay. Then my last 6 games. That's a hard schedule. That's a hard schedule.
It's a hard schedule.
So
it's a hard schedule.
But my thing is, but one thing I can say about the Panthers right now that we haven't said in 5-6 years, it's almost December, and we still in the hunt to make the playoffs. So we have something to look forward to. We haven't, like, most of the time by now, we already talking about, well, hell, where they picking in the draft next year, picking 2nd, 3rd, 4th, or whatever. At least right now we are in the hunt. And my thing is, if this team, I can't say this, the team is doing this here. They're progressing up. Last year they won what? They won how many games last year? 5? 3, 5?
5.
They won 5
Something
games
like
last
that,
year. They won 6 so far this year. My thing is they going up. So my thing is, we are making progress. But, you know, let's just keep making that, let's keep going this way instead of be every week we like a roller coaster. We don't want that roller coaster every week. We don't want that roller coaster.
Yeah. And then, you know, I'm looking at, like I said, I'm looking at the Bears. They beat the Vikings 19-17. The Bears, like I said, for some reason, they're 7-3. You know, you got the Packers, they beat the Giants. You know, you got the Steelers, you know, they're 7-3. I mean, they're 6-4. You know, you got the Rams, they beat the Seahawks, you know what I'm saying? They're 8-2. 49ers beat the Cardinals, they're 7-4. So I'm just looking at these scores right here. You know, the Ravens beat the Browns.
Buffalo beat Tampa Bay. Buffalo beat Tampa Bay, which was big for the Panthers. And you got to realize now this weekend here coming up, Tampa Bay got to go to the Rams on Sunday Night Football. The Panthers play the next night, Monday Night Football against San Fran. So by next Tuesday or next Monday night, hypothetically, if we beat San Fran and the Rams beat Tampa Bay, the Panthers be in first place next week.
See, the thing I'm scared about is when we go to Tampa Bay and they get everybody back healthy. That's gonna be scary for me.
We got them 2 times the last 3 weeks of the season.
Yeah, we got them 2 times. That's what I'm saying. So I'm like, damn, that's what the end of the year.
But Darryl, what else can you ask for at the end of the season? If you're 1 game behind San Fran somehow, some way, you got to play them twice in 3 weeks. You control your own destiny. It's right in front of you. So what else can you ask for?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is because Tampa Bay, they win the game that they ain't even got their full roster. And
they didn't win Sunday.
And make them.
They didn't.
They didn't win Sunday, but they still got. They ain't got their full roster. They ain't got none of their wide receivers.
But let me ask you this: I want to beat your team at your best. So fine, good. Give me your best.
True.
Give me all your players.
True.
I don't want to beat no backup that they're gonna say, well, they ain't had no. No. Let me be honest with you. Everybody in the NFL, expert wise, had Tampa Bay win the division anyway. Some experts had Atlanta win the division. They had the Panthers 2-3 coming in. Some teams had them 2, some had. Did nobody get Panthers a chance to win the division at all? If you telling me in week 13, 14, 15, the Panthers got a chance to win the division, we happy. Let me beat this team. I want to beat this team at full strength. When they got Mike Evans back and Bucky Brooks and all them, let me beat them at full strength. Let me see what they look like full strength.
Yeah.
Because you got to realize.
I'm looking at this schedule right now. Let me see.
That bye the Panthers got coming up is going to be critical. That bye coming up is going to be critical. Our bye is the last bye of the year for any NFL team. We played almost 13 weeks without having a bye. So we get that bye, that's going to be like almost a vacation. They can get their bodies back healthy. Everybody still out there beating each other up. That bye's coming at a great time for the Panthers.
We get that bye after the Rams.
Yeah, after the Rams.
After we play the Rams.
And then we come back and play the Saints. We come back after that, we play the Saints. Then we got Tampa Bay. Then we got Seattle. Then we at Tampa Bay at the end of the year.
Yeah, Seattle. Yep.
So how else you want it? You want it set up like that.
They're gonna be good. They're gonna be good, man. I'm just looking at the rest of the division and stuff. Yeah, we right there, man. We right there.
But I gotta ask you a question because one of my coworkers,
go ahead.
And he's a faithful guy that watches our show from day one. I'm gonna say Thomas Clifton. I'm gonna give him a shout out because he watches faithfully every day, every week. He comments on everything.
What up, Thomas?
He asked me to ask a question on here, and Thomas, this is just for you. For you personally, Darryl, how did you feel about the Texas A&M cop when South Carolina guy scored? South Carolina was up 30-3 at halftime. 30-3 at halftime at Texas A&M. Everybody saw the guy catch the ball, run in the tunnel. He had hurt something, and his teammate was checking up on him. When they was coming out the tunnel, instead of the cop going around, he bust right through both of them, and then He wanted to smoke against the. And what this is what get me. This is what got me. These are 18, 19-year-old, 20-year-old kids, teenagers, young men. You supposed to be a cop, a man of service. You trying to fight the kids instead of you being an adult. They were more an adult walking away from the situation. You the one wanted to fight. Now that's telling me you was getting your ass whooped. You a diehard Texas A&M fan. You getting your ass whooped. Using your feelings, even though you had your uniform on.
Yeah.
Even though you had your uniform on, you got your feelings. What would you want to say about that situation? Because to me, immediately after that game, he should have been suspended or fired when he done that.
Yeah, this thing that really must do is, man. Like I said, you don't. Like I said, when you're in uniform, you supposed to be handled by have a certain code, a certain ethics about you. You know, you put looking after everybody that's in that stadium. You can't be getting all in your feelings because you're a Texas fan, a Texas A&M fan. He might have went to the school. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Might have got some family members on that team. You know what I'm saying? Some family that went to the Texas A&M. But at no point in time, if you were a sworn official that you supposed to get your feelings, get your feelings all in a bunch, and exact some type of revenge or some type of initiate some type of contact or just initiate something to say that, you know what, let me go ahead and just get this out the way and let's see what you're gonna do. But you know, cameras everywhere, so why would you even do something stupid like that anyway? You know what I'm saying? You know, maybe he thought he was far enough under the tunnel that the camera didn't catch him. I don't know.
That's what I thought. That's
yeah,
what I thought.
that's just yeah.
But
he
I'm
probably thought
gonna tell you what
I'm under the
scared me
tunnel, they're
about
gonna
that.
catch me.
I know we don't really talk about stuff like this on our podcast, but this is something that came up. Everybody saw it, so we can't hide from it. It was dealing with sports.
Yeah.
But what got me is if he would do that in front of all them cameras, because like you say, when you got the uniform on, you're supposed to have a code of conduct. If he done that in front of the cameras, what would he do outside of them cameras if the cameras wasn't on him? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
He would have said that, say them boys jumped me.
Right.
Yeah, and see, but that's what I'm saying. So this is why people say you supposed to protect and serve, and they put the police. No, man, look what he did. He should have got his ass. Now, I would not have been mad. See, I wouldn't have been mad in the heat of the moment. Them teammates turn around and whooped his ass because guess what? You hit them. They didn't hit you.
Yeah.
They trying to just go back to the field. They were checking on their teammates. But you sat there, hit them, and you started coming at them. They were looking at you like they were throwing their hands up like, yo, what's going on?
I wouldn't like that situation because the simple fact that he had a gun on him, you know what I'm saying? Now he could have pulled out his gun, you know, and said, hey, I was trying to defend myself, you know what I'm saying? That type of thing.
But
Even though he initiated the fight.
It was about 4 or 5 of them boys right there in South Carolina right there. They could have whooped them real quick. He wouldn't have, listen,
that could have
if
been
I
the
was in
reason why
that tunnel, let me tell you something right now. If I was in that tunnel going to check with my partner and he was in there, he bumped me and he wanted that smoke, he ain't gonna get a chance to put his hand on that holster. We gonna go right to him. But my thing is, that's what I'm saying. But those South Carolina kids, that's what I'm saying. But
you say what? Some furniture moving?
No, it wouldn't have been. It been an ass whooping movie. It wouldn't have been no furniture. Hey, he wouldn't have had no belt, no pants, no nothing on when he got out that tunnel. Because like I say, when I saw that, I was like, did I see this? And you know what that reminded me of? When Cam Newton had that little altercation with them 3 guys, like Cam was saying. This is what the cop really was saying. You can talk junk in between the lines, but some people can't take it. And you getting your ass whooped. He got mad. He tried to take it out on the kids. Instead of letting the football game handle it on the football field. But at the end of the day, South Carolina lost that game. But in hindsight, we're looking at it. And then so another quick thing I want to ask you, and it's dealing with another incident. Chase spit on what's my man, the safety or the linebacker, cornerback for what's my man name? Jalen Ramsey. So Chase spit on Jalen Ramsey, but he said he didn't. Jalen Ramsey swung on him and got thrown out the game. But they asked Mike Tomlin today at his press conference, what you want to say about that? He said, when somebody spit on you, I ain't got nothing to say. You got to defend yourself. Basically, ain't no man should spit on another man. Now, we learned this from Jalen Carter. The last time we started seeing people spitting on each other, we done had 2 incidents this year so far with Dak Prescott and Jalen Carter and Ramsey and Chase. Last time I can remember, I can remember 1997. Phil Romanowski spat on J.J. Stokes, the receiver for San Fran. He hawked the loogie on him. Let me tell you, let me just tell you something right now, man. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna be all honest. All jokes aside, there's 2 things men can't do to another man. You can't call me no B word for 1. And 2, for damn sure, you ain't gonna spit on me. You spit on me,
that's the worst thing, man.
Everything is out the window then.
Yep. All bets are off after that, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we could be going at it out there, man. Hey, man, MMA, WWE, whatever type of fighting you want to do, hey, that's what we doing out there. You know what I'm saying?
And see,
Hey,
I
we
think the
doing
reason
like Lionel
NFL
Richie
players
too.
go ahead.
Yeah, we going
Go
all
ahead.
night long out there. Yeah, we going all night long. Hey, man, I got to get you.
But have you noticed something though? You don't see this happen in the NBA. You don't see baseball players spit on each other. You know why? You know why? And I'm gonna tell you the biggest reason why. They don't have a helmet on their head to protect their face. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See, baseball and basketball ain't got nothing to protect their face. So when you think, what's the first thing you're gonna do with just like Ramsey? You swung, you try to hit him. What's the listen?
You
If
hit
that
the
helmet is on, you can break your hand. You can break your hand hitting my helmet. But the NFL has to do something. And I'm almost positive. I can bet you any amount of money at the end of the season, when the season over, they're gonna mandate if you spit on somebody, you're gonna get 4 games suspension. Watch I tell you, not the one game. They gotta do something to stop this because listen, there's nothing on the football field, on any kind of field, basketball, baseball, football, for you to spit on a man. You don't do that.
That part.
You don't do
Definitely
that
don't
at
do that,
all.
man. It's crazy, man. Hey, but we talk a lot about football and stuff. You know, it's that time of year, you know, everybody trying to get in position to get in the playoff run. Hey, man, we're going to talk about them Detroit Pistons. They done won 10 in a row, man.
Hey, man.
10 in a row.
They deserve all the flowers, too. They balling. They balling. And Toronto beat the Hornets last night. They done won 9 out of 10, I think. 9 out of the last 10 games. And I was just about to go to the NBA myself. Wembanyama's out for the next 2 weeks with a calf strain. No, is it calf strain? I think it's a calf strain. Giannis just pulled his groin. He out 2 weeks. So we got a lot of people now going. Paul George made his debut last night. I'm like, oh, okay, whoa, whoopie woo. He made his debut.
What, he had 5 points,
it's
9 points or something like that?
9 points. But somebody else went down too. It was Giannis, Wembanyama.
Hold on, let me see.
The
I
guy,
can't remember who else went down.
the guy for the Clippers, the left hand, Derrick Jones, he out 6 weeks. He pulled, I want to say a hamstring or something. He out 6 weeks.
Yeah, I'm seeing right now. What I'm seeing right now, Castle out. We got a hip flexor for the Spurs. He out for 2 weeks, 1 to 2 weeks.
Who?
I'm just looking at it right now. So he out. Castle.
That must be break. Yeah, because I didn't see that earlier. So that must be something just happened. So
Yeah.
See? And this is what I'm saying about
now. So
the
he out for
NBA.
2 weeks.
Wow. So that means the Spurs gonna be hurting for a while. It's a war of nutrition in the NBA. It's not.
I know why to do
the NBA is. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I know why. I know why they're doing Wembanyama like that, because anytime you got that calf, any type of calf strain, they automatically think Achilles. I like Kevin Durant, you know. Yeah, they're like, nah, bro, go and sit down somewhere. You know, that's what they're thinking. So I
That's
can
the first thing I be
understand their
thinking about
concern
too.
for Wembanyama.
When you say calf strain, but I just feel like
So that's what happened to Kevin
NBA
Durant when he was in Phoenix.
is
That happened to Kevin Durant when That's what happened to Kevin Durant when he was in Phoenix,
No.
right? He had strained his calf first, right?
Golden State. That was Golden State when he was in the finals. Golden State. When they was in the finals, he hurt his Achilles. I mean, hurt the calf. Then he popped his Achilles in the game. That's what happened. So, but the NBA, I tell people all the time, the NBA is a marathon. It's not a sprint. A lot of these guys getting hurt. You gotta play and stretch yourself out. You gotta be healthy toward the playoffs. Well, there's a lot of players right now going down. Like, Jalen Brunson hurt his ankle. He out a couple of weeks, I think. A lot of players is getting hurt right now, or a lot of players trying to come back from injury. But the NBA, I think, ain't really got to the nuts and bolts yet. NBA really don't really get started till after the All-Star break. That's me personally. That's me. Because everybody gonna be fighting, lying for position, but that's just how I look at it. Because look at Dallas. Dallas still ain't got AD. They still ain't got Kyrie. You got a lot of teams that's missing players. We can't talk about Charlotte because we can't talk about Charlotte because hell, Melo stay hurt every year. So that don't go without being said. That don't go without being said. But
Hey, man, shout out to Charlotte Hornets, man. Shout out to our rookies, man. James and Knipple, man. Hey, y'all really doing y'all thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I think James may be trying to, they may be trying to hit that little, wall because, in college, you don't play as much ball as an NBA. You in a different city almost every other day or every day, and they got to get used to the rigors of the NBA life. So I'm thinking that's where they're at right now. But like I said, James definitely playing solid defense. Knipple, he playing, pretty good defense. He's shooting that rock. They're gonna be all right for us for a good little while, man. We got some good. Hey, what's up with your boy, man? Not coming to practice, bro? You saw that? Trey Man, they said he ain't coming to practice. Trey Man.
When?
I think I saw something that said he been missing practice.
No, I didn't.
I mean,
because
I saw
I
something
didn't
today
watch the
where he
game
said
last
somebody
night
he been
because I
missing
didn't.
Let me see. It came across my phone. I want to say they were saying something about he been missing practice or something like that. Like not showing up for practice. Hold on. He must think he Allen Iverson, man. Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay. It could be. Like I said, I thought I saw something about that today. Yep. The Charlotte Hornets report that Trey Man isn't showing up for practice. Yeah. I'm looking at it right now. Yeah. They said he working remote. Man, they said he working remote, man. He working from his house. Yep. Yeah, he not coming to practice. He not reporting to practice. And you already done told him to he one of them ones that and he just signed a contract extension? Or he got a contract, a new contract?
Yep, 3-year deal.
Yeah, man. Sometimes you're gonna have to cut your
But I
losses,
look at it
man.
like this. I look at it like this with Charlotte. They drafted 4 guys, I think that are not me first kind of players. They're team players. That's what you got to build this culture around. We don't need, I need the ball, look at me with all this jewelry and all this flash. I don't need to see your damn jewelry and stuff on the sideline. I need to see your ass on the court. I think these guys, Sion James and Con Knipple and the big guy and McNeely, I think these are the kind of guys you can build your culture around and say, you know what, these guys are going to be they're the foundation of the new Hornets going forward. They're not me first, team oriented kind of players. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Reports came back yesterday, say Brandon Miller will be back this week. So that's a good thing he come back from his shoulder injury. Hopefully, but like I say, I'm at the point with me personally with the Hornets, if you don't want to be here, we already losing. But we can see that we have drafted. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel with some of the players we got. But if the bad apples that don't want to be here, a lot of LaMelo can't play, or they got to manage it. If Trey Man don't want to be here, it's 29 other teams to take you. Get rid of them. Get rid of them.
Yeah, I agree with you, man, 100% on that, man. Like, if you don't want to be here, man, just go ahead, man, turn in your badge, your security clearance, or whatever you need to turn into the Charlotte Hornets, man. Go about your business, bro, because we need people that are going to show up,
it's a privilege to be in the NBA. It's a privilege. Just imagine we get up, go to the post office every day. These guys get to go make millions of dollars, do something they say they love to do. That's what they say they love to do. You couldn't keep me off a basketball court every day after the game. And if I'm hurt or I'm injured, I'm kind of hurt, I'm going to the steam room. I'm going to the ice room. I'm going to get medic. I'm going to get something. I'm playing. You got to cut my foot off of me not to be able to play the basketball game. All I'm doing for 2 hours, and Michael Jordan just said it the other day, all you're doing is 2.5 hours, run up down the court doing a kid's game. That's all you're doing. And you can't do that. And then you complaining about that. So I don't understand it, won't understand it. I'm never going to understand it because I played basketball, not at the highest level, but I love basketball. You got to do everything in your willpower to keep me off that court, not to say, I remember when I was at home, when we go to the blacktop, people call me and say, we're going to the court. I'm coming. You got to turn your ankle, you tight, I'm playing. Now, these boys do that. They what you call them, so it is what it is, man.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. But yeah, we already talked our ears off long enough, man. Like I said, we want to thank everybody that's rocking with us, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, make sure y'all subscribe. Oh, another announcement. We're going to launch our Patreon. Our Patreon is going to be we're going to be able to do the music videos and them little songs that, y'all would like us doing when we first started. But like I said, YouTube be blocking a lot of stuff, so we can start putting our stuff on our Patreon. I'm going to put a link. Our link is already on our YouTube website, on our YouTube page, I'm sorry. So we're going to be doing Patreon, and we're going to be taking some requests, but we'll definitely get the ball rolling on that, man. With that being said, man, we want to thank everybody. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We out.